Dave Chappelle just did 2 comedy specials, and people are killing it because he did a lot of homosexual, transsexual jokes. So now people are like getting on him, like saying like he needs to cool it down, like he needs to change his whole comedy routine up.
Yo, that's why America gotta be fucking destroyed. Talk about that faggot shit. This week is that Georgia Guidestone. You brought that up in spirit a couple weeks back. The organ trafficking.
Yeah,
those guys start going into that. That's the hot
exactly
topic.
why I was gonna come out.
That's the spirit.
In fact, bring that.
Also, real quick. Them 14 girls that's missing, they're saying there's about 60,000 Israelite women missing. It's more than that. And they're saying that it's really not 14, it's 30. And if you notice, this is the week. We've been telling you, this brother been bringing it out. Big Marke, he's been bringing it out. The organ trafficking and all that stuff like that, that's what they're doing. They're never gonna see them girls again. And it's blacks and Latina girls. You know what they're doing? They're raping them, they're gang raping them, they're burning them up. The Archer Ball is gonna be in Italy today, and it was in DC. The Pentagon had a case of 5,200 people getting caught watching child pornography. Only 3,500 of that was being investigated. The other 1,700, they turned a blind eye to it. So they're popping little boys, they're sacrificing children. Those girls are gonna get raped, killed, they're gonna burn them up. And here it is, there's no media coverage on it. But fucking Tom Brady, the FBI is investigating, they found his jersey in 2 days. They're straight up showing you in your face. In the movie Get Out. The movie Get Out was about Esau kidnapping Jake. Peace, brother. Kidnapping Jake and putting hypnosis and using him as sex slave. Remember that one Jake?
He was a sex slave. He was a sex slave woman, man. And I would say this too, man. You got something to say, man? Because I would say something too, man. Like what the devil do, man, what Satan do is he put that right in front of your face, man. You know, brother, bring it out. You know, the highest form of witchcraft is to put it right in your face, and they tell you before they do it, man.
Yeah, can I say something? It's funny how the white man does it, cause like when they present something that's serious to you, they put it to you in the form of comedy, right? So they got movies like Independence Day, right, where they make that, you know, throwing Will Smith, make the shit funny. They had this the sitcom from like the black and white movie days, where this Edomite was a Martian and shit, and antennas used to come out his head. Like they make it funny. So the same thing with the movie Get Out. What's the funniest thing about the movie Get Out? That Jake from TSA that was basically a goofball, and he was bringing out how they be taking black people and making them sex slaves. But it's the goofball in the movie that said it, so you don't believe it. So that's the so-called white man's programming. They introduce things, they tell you the truth, put it in your face, but they make it a joke. But that's all I want to say.
That's not even an Amber Alert. That's not even an Amber Alert, but then that Edomite girl, 15 years old, that ran away with the teacher, it's a nationwide news Amber Alert, but there's 14, but there's more than that. There's no Amber Alerts. Then they had a council, and the council, you know what they said in the council in DC? People was mad as hell. They said, oh, there's only an Amber Alert if it's an emergency situation. Emergency situation, a whole bunch of black girls missing, that's not an emergency situation.
What do you call 14 missing black girls?
That fucking Pizzagate that you brought out too, that Pizzagate shit, go to find out, that's Hillary Clinton's right-hand man, yo. So all this shit, man, then they found one that was in charge of that child pornography ring. She ended up being acquitted, and she's the head of that Amber Alert system shit. She works with the Amber Alert shit. So this whole system is so wicked, man. Go ahead.
That's right, man. And you could bring that out, bring that out. Matter of fact, No, give me Zechariah 11:4, Bible shot.
Zechariah 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my power, feed the flock of the slaughter.
Who's a flock of the slaughter, man? Our people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the children of Israel, man. And you other nations, all right? If the seed of Israel goes back to on your fatherland, on your father's side, man. If you can receive this truth, you're going, because the curses are upon us for a sign to let us know who exactly we are, man. It said feed the flock of slaughter. We gotta feed y'all. Our people getting slaughtered out here, man. The DC women, the young DC women that are just taken off the streets and nobody's talking about it. The media's not talking about it. The people that are getting killed and or getting shot, homicide. You got your parents sighing and crying to wonder how they gonna bury the body, but not even understanding that they taking the organs out of the bodies. Yeah. That's what they doing in our people, man. Yeah. Our children, our brothers, our sisters, man. Israelites, right, man. The Most High's people, the chosen one, man. That's right. That's what they doing, man. But they worrying about, but the people that you love to envy, the people your oppressors you love to envy, they worrying about what? Tom Brady jersey? They worrying about Tom Brady jersey that was lost, man.
not only did they find out about that jersey, they found out about another jersey he stole 2 years ago, two previous years ago. So they found out 2 mysteries in that short span, but can't find out what's going on with our sisters in DC.
That's how carnal Esau is, man. Materialistic.
My bad. I'm sorry to keep interrupting. But you know, the spirit, that's how the spirit works sometimes, man. Now also, when they do that with the comedy stuff, if you start saying, oh, they taking our children and putting them in sex trafficking rings, then what people are gonna say, oh, you know, you just like that nigga from the movie Get Out. So it makes you look like you thinking just like that goofy nigga in the movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. See, Esau knows how to program people, man. You better pay attention. As funny as you think that dude was and all that, he was purposely put in there in that movie to make you think, okay, anybody now that says, oh, there's a sex trafficking ring, or our children are being used as sex slaves, now people are gonna automatically associate you with the goofy character in the movie Get Out. They know what they're doing, man.
And you know what? Real quick, these devils, they do that shit. They basically saying, fuck you, Jake. But they want Jake to fight.
Yeah.
But they got Jake so complacent, Jake don't want to fight. So they basically had the FBI jersey shit. Boom, 2 days later, this whole shit comes out. It really was the social media. If it wasn't for that, nobody would never knew about it. So Esau's been doing that. But Esau's basically saying, man, fuck y'all. What are y'all gonna do about it? Fuck y'all. So now there's gonna have to be children, and that's children. 9, 10 years old. So Esau basically on purpose is doing that shit to be like, yo, what's up? What y'all gonna do about it? Esau's to the point he don't even care no more. He's ready to slaughter your children in front of national TV and be like, fuck that nigga child. You should put a gun to your head. That's why a lot of our people, you come against us. But you better hope, you better hope what we saying is right. Cause this devil's moving. This ain't no fantasy shit. The Illuminati's not no fantasy, shadow government. It's actual Caucasian red Edomites doing these things, making these moves, man. Go ahead, brother.
I just want to say, the brother just brought up the Illuminati, and going back to that brother's point, they try to make things, they'll downplay it. Like, for instance, the word Illuminati, that was a big word a couple years ago. Like, people understood the power of that. But now you say Illuminati now, people use it in a comedic way. Like, oh yeah, they're Illuminati. Like, the word doesn't have any power no more because they're making it seem funny. They're making it seem like it's really a conspiracy, but it's not. And going to another point real quick, the DC girls thing was brought out on social media and specifically Twitter. And it's funny because the past 2 days they have an article came out that they're thinking about charging for Twitter now. So they're going to try to, basically like stop because they see that information is being put out on the social media. You can't escape this anymore. Like, you can't escape what's going on in the world.
Yo, I was watching this. The TV was on in my pop's house, and I was walking past the TV, and I saw a commercial for the Progressive Insurance where they was basically mocking conspiracy theories on television, mocking people who believe in the Illuminati on TV. That shit, like, they're just doing it openly now. They don't even care.
I saw that.
You know, you saw that commercial?
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
You could bring that up, verse 5, I was shot.
Zechariah 11 verse 5. I'm gonna start back at 4 so they get to me. Zechariah 11 verse 4. Thus saith the Lord of my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
That's right, who possesses slay them and hold themselves not guilty, man. They catching Jake in these sex traffic rings, talking and locking Jake up, talking about, oh, we found a new pimp, and that pimp had 15, 30 girls sex trafficking, but they don't never let you know the names of the girls. They just take them. You never see the faces or nothing. Now you got the DC girls missing. How about the dude with that young boy, James Smith, man? Nobody talk about him. He was found in a lake in Louisiana, right? He was found in the lake in Louisiana. And they said he drowned, but when they took the body up, that's what they found in the autopsy. That this boy was beaten, he was tased, he was raped, and he had no organs in his body, man. And ain't nobody talking about that, man. Our people want to go and do whatever else they want to do, man. All this BS, man. Walking Dead out here, straight zombies. They get picked off. That's why I said feed the flock of slaughter, because y'all the flock getting slaughtered out here, man. Just because it ain't happening in your household at this minute, then when it happens to somebody in your family, then you want to cry out for justice, man.
Kind of example what the brother just said. Emmett Till mother. She said, I never would have thought that would happen. She was like, I used to not necessarily laugh, but think like it could never happen to me. But once it happened to Emmett Till, it really shook her up. So that just goes back to that brother point. Like, people think that it can't happen to them. As soon as it happens to their family, then they want to go crazy. You got to get on it now.
If I may say one thing, brother, and with the whole happening on household, you know what? It is your household, because that's your fellow nation. we all one nation. Not like, oh, they're not your direct lineage, but like they Israelites, man. So it's not just, oh, he wasn't my immediate family member, but like that's your family. That's your nation. When Edomites happen, shit happen to Edomites in Connecticut, Edomites in the fucking Idaho be ready to do some shit.
That's why, and that's another spit in you Jake's face, man.
Right.
You Israelites' face, man. Because guess what? You want to talk about the cops and all this. You talk about the cops, and then when your family member's missing, you gonna go to the cops to help them find your family members? Nah, man. You better get right with the Lord. Let me get that 2 Chronicles, or bring that back up, Abu Kashar.
Verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Who possesses slay them and find themselves not guilty, man. Over there in North, they got a mortician that's speaking out about all the Jake that's getting shot and killed out there and brung into in the morgue with the Y incision, meaning the homicide. So our young men, our brothers, man. Even though they may be 2/3, the scripture talk about no one died innocent, but guess what? That's still our blood. That's still our people. That's still the nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And they killing them and taking the organs. He said he gotta open them up, pull their scalp back, and they open their head and stuff it with newspaper. And he got about an hour to 30 minutes to prep you up so you can salvage your body, so you can actually have an open casket. And he said he's opening up the chest and there's no organs anywhere, man. They got an Amalekite, you know what I'm saying? A fake Jew. They arrested a fake Jew, and who was in cahoots with the fake Jew? Mayors of Secaucus, the deputy mayor of Jersey City, and these other people in high politics, man. Wickedness in high places that were in cahoots with the Amalekite that was buying people organs, man. And I could give you a testimony. I lived over there in the projects a couple years back, and the witch lived right across from the hall, man. She was doing so much wickedness and caught up with her ass, man. The Most High had her in the hospital, and she even said it. A fake Jew, Amalekite, came in there and had her sign off on the paper and bought her gallbladder, man. They buying people gallbladders, man. That's against the law, man. But this is happening to our people, and they have no knowledge or wisdom of what's really going on, man. They have all the wickedness, they have all the knowledge to do wickedness, but to do good, they have none, man. Have none. It's more than that.
Yeah. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's right, man. Because y'all ain't nobody care when y'all get robbed, raped, murdered, wind up missing, organs gone. Your mom that's working 3-4 jobs gotta come up with $3,000 to probably bail you out. Cause that happened to that one Jake, man. They try to tell him, hey yo, you robbed my book bag. He said he didn't do it, so they locked him up anyway. And when they locked him up, his mom couldn't foot the $3,000 bail, man. And what they do to him in the cell, they beat him. The inmates beat him. They jumped him. The whole house beat him. They had the COs beat him. They were starving him for days and days out. Then when he finally got out of there, man, he couldn't even take it, man. He hung himself, man. Well, he committed suicide. He committed suicide, man. But we out here trying to tell our people to get right, and they want to come out here and mock us when y'all the ones getting slaughtered and killed. Y'all the ones getting slaughtered and killed, man. Give me 2 Chronicles. Give me 2 Chronicles, Babu Kashar.
2 Chronicles, chapter 35, verse 36. Chapter 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people, till there was no remedy.
So there's no remedy. So we out here day in and day out, man, on YouTube, everywhere throughout the 4 corners of the globe, starting with the elders and apostles on down, telling our people to get right, man. And then they mock and scorn, they misuse the prophets, man. We're telling you what's going up. We're telling you what's about to go down in this place. This place about to get destroyed. This place about to get destroyed. Our people playing around, man. And then until no remedy. Until your daughter wound up missing. Until your wife wound up missing. And you ain't gonna ever find her, man. Yeah. Without remedy. It's gonna be the biggest, it's gonna be the biggest, without remedy when these missiles come, man.
Oh, yo, and even before that, the camps. Even with the camps is gonna be doing that. Oh, she gets sits on her chased. Yeah, that's the ethos gonna do that, but they can't. They're gonna be doing that. They're gonna be fucking ripping people. We always say that. You brought that out. They're gonna be ripping motherfuckers' organs out of their bodies, man.
That's what's gonna happen.
Because you always say there's a black market for that.
That's right.
250 for your kidneys, 100,000 for this, 100,000. They showed you in those sick ass movies. Esau with little clown Saw. I think the new Saw's coming out too.
Yeah.
They actually have those instruments over there in Japan. You actually order those instruments, and they're gonna get it. Yo, they like this. They love this. And David Rockefeller died, and then Chuck Berry died. That's an omen. Rock and roll. These devils gonna rock and roll. You heard about that, brother? The 14 girls that's missing in DC?
Yeah.
And there's no media coverage on it. There's no Amber Alert on it. They're saying it's 14, but they're saying it's 30. You know there's 60,000, 34. You know there's 60,000, 34. It might be 33. You know what happened over there in that earthquake? They was trying to kidnap 33 Haitian kids. The white man, the white woman. And then that white woman, she's working as she's working that Amber Alert shit. That shit's all set up. The Pizzagate scandal. This white man's the fucking devil. He's a faggot. He's a pedophile. He's a fucking pedophile. But here it is. Our people walk around like it's a joke. That's racism. Isn't that racism? And then they're showing this motherfucker's jersey, FBI, nationwide FBI. But here it is. Our little children being kidnapped. There's nothing in the media. See, if the black man was in his right mind, there'll be riots all over through the nation right now.
Right.
Go do that to the Arabs. Go do that to the Chinamen. They'll kill the cops. They had recently the Chinamen, the Chinese out there, the Moabites, they rose up against cops and they killed them, man. They circled them up. You know what it is? Our people are complacent. They're comfortable in slavery. This food got our people all poisoned, man. They got the chemtrails, the food. You can go to McDonald's here and go to the laundromat here. Everything's around the corner. But you go to them other nations, they riot, man. Them other nations, shit like that happens to them. You kidnapping our kids, they're gonna come with machetes and guns, and they're gonna shoot the whole place down. But look, our people, they just walk by. The white man's kidnapping your kids, man. Esau's kidnapping your kids.
And you mentioned the food, brother. That's another thing where they put them kids at in them McDonald's meat, the fast food chains.
I want to say too, man, brother brought out a good point. You know what I'm saying? Bring that up. I don't gonna come.
Vexation, man. That's all it is. It's Deuteronomy 32:28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider the latter end. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them and Yahweh has shut them up?
That's right, man. It's the reason why we in this predicament is because of the Lord, man. Not because of the Lord, but the Lord because we weren't faithful unto the Lord to keep the Lord's statute commandments, so that would happen to him. Because the Heavenly Father is all faithful, man. He's told us, if you keep my Lord's statute commandments, these blessings will fall upon you. But if you don't and you be disobedient, the Most High is still faithful. So since you don't listen, guess what? I'm gonna put these curses on you, man. Amos 3, Bible shot. Amos 3. You know what I'm saying? We can bring that Second Chronicles back up, Bible shot. I wanna go back and attack. It'll come to me when I come out, man. That's right.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy.
That's right, man. They mocked the men of the Lord out here bringing out the truth, man. We're telling you what's going on. We're telling you why these things are happening, and that I knew that was gonna come back because it said without remedy. This been happening, man. The organs getting taken and all that. That been happening, man. You know what I'm saying? What about the Queen Elizabeth when she went over there with her Edomite companion, her lapdog devil, man, and they went over there and took those 12 kids from the reservations in Canada, man. Nobody ever knew about that. Nobody talked about it. There was only one survivor out of that whole ordeal, man. And they shut him up. They won't have nothing he got to say, man. And they was abusing Gad up there, man. The so-called Native Americans, man, the tribe of Gad, abusing them, man, beating them. The guy saw one of the kids get thrown out the building. When you go into his testimony, man, that's the flock of slaughter right there, man. And our people's walk up and down the street, man, mocking us. But guess what? Guess who's mocking you, man? Guess who's mocking you, laughing at you? Cause y'all not getting right. Cause y'all don't know your true power, man.